It's Los Angeles. It's the future. The riots have started. Downtown businesses are closing up shop as the mob moves through the streets. However, one hotel has left the light on. And no, this is not a cheesy bad commercial for Motel 6, but it could be if they wanted to pay me. This is about the Hotel Artemis, a members only exclusive hotel where criminals go to get emergency care. So, does Hotel Artemis live up to the excitement and action promised in the trailers? Or should we simply find another hotel on Trivago? Let's talk about it in this review. The story takes place primarily within the walls of the Hotel Artemis. Now within these walls we meet the head nurse, the nurse, played by Jodie Foster, and her assistant and also head of security, Everest, played by Dave Bautista. And these two are on call 24 hours a day in case any of their members need emergency care. They can stitch you up, create new organs, create parts to existing organs that were damaged, whatever you need to get you back on your feet, out on the street to continue your life of crime. They have a set of rules that they abide by at the hotel, similar to the Hotel the Continental in the John Wick series, that these rules must never be broken. Well, in this story, a few of those rules are broken and we're off and running. And all this film really surprised me. I walked out of the theater initially really happy with my time I spent in the world getting to know these characters and the rules in the hotel. And after I had some time to marinate on this story, it kind of hit me that this story feels more structured similar to something like a one-act play than an actual three-story arc. It primarily takes place in one location at one very specific time with one very particular moment in each of these characters' lives. The backstory that we get on all these characters is minimal, but that is due to the level of secrecy that is part of the rules for the Hotel Artemis. And it's moments like this that happen over and over again throughout the film. We get some information, but not a lot, and that's just somehow kind of okay with us as an audience because they do like a quick write-in to make it just part of the general aesthetic of the story and in this world because of the secrecy and the rules of the hotel. And that's not necessarily a total negative because they do enough and they give us enough information to where this film could spin off into other sequels, and in those sequels they could actually better develop the story and the mythos. And this feeling I had didn't really pop up until the very last scene of the movie where my opinion went from, oh this is pretty awesome, to, oh well now I kinda want more information. It's when the nurse tells Waikiki, played by Sterling K. Brown, that there's another hotel just like the Artemis in Las Vegas. It was in that particular moment that my entire opinion adjusted. Within the movie we're told that the Wolf King, played by Jeff Goldblum, helped create the Hotel Artemis with the nurse. And within the movie we also find out why. And we also find out and discover throughout the movie that the Wolf King pretty much owns all of the criminal underworld in Los Angeles. So if the Hotel Artemis isn't really just a unique thing that happens and exists only in that city, and there's another one in Vegas, does that mean there's like some kind of secret underworld leadership cabal that exists where they create these hotels all over the planet that are just these members-only exclusive emergency rooms for criminals? We don't really know because they don't really explain it. But we do know that they exist. And so, just like the John Wick franchise with the Continental, they could have really explored more of the hotel and the mythos of the hotel. Instead, what they chose to explore was the relationship between the Wolf King and the nurse. And I'm not going to go ahead and spoil that relationship in this review. And keeping with giving us enough information but not a lot, that's definitely what they do with their relationship. We get enough information about their backstory, but not a whole lot, because again, it feels just like a quick write-in to kind of fill out the story to what is basically just a very thin story that fails to meet its full potential. The runtime for this film is approximately 93 minutes, and in all honesty, this film could have gone longer to explore the characters, the hotel, and everything else. Now, faithful viewers of the show have heard me criticize other films for just being too long, wasting screen time, not moving through scenes. This is not that type of film. In fact, it's the opposite. They could have definitely spent more time with these characters in the hotel, building out the world, everything else, and I would have been happier. Hotel Artemis is playing at your local movie theater right now, and I am actually going to recommend a big screen viewing of this film. Again, I really enjoyed the characters, I really enjoyed the hotel. Each villain in this movie had a different skill set which made them feel unique to the story, and each one kind of helped drive the narrative forward and move the story along. Plus, Sofia Boutella is absolutely gorgeous in this movie and incredibly lethal. Definitely adding her to the list of femme fatales that we've seen in the last year. The Hotel Artemis has this boutique hotel feel mixed with modern technology, secret hallways and passageways, etc. It was all done really well. Again, I just wanted more from this story and more exploring of the characters and everything else. I also really enjoyed how by the end of the film we see that this particular movie was a great launching point into what could be an even larger franchise with other hotels, or just sticking with the Hotel Artemis and continuing to explore that criminal underworld that happens in the hotel. And because of that, Hotel Artemis is getting at least one high five from this guy. Hotel Artemis is playing at your local movie theater right now. Check it out.